Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is S Design, and today we're going to be taking you on a very interesting journey of designing something very beautiful, important, and yet creative. So today we're going to be designing a wedding ID card. Wedding ID card for a very special day. You know, wedding are special days in people's lives. So when you want to design as a graphic designer, you should know the do's and don't. I know anyone watching the video now, one way or the other, you've laid your hands on a wedding ivy, right? Yes, that's it. But you don't even know the underlying principle to the design. Yes, because wedding ivy are designed specially, because there are some do's and don'ts to it. That is just it. For every event, for every brand, for every profession, there are ways we design their flyers, their card, and everything. So today I'm gonna be taking you on the principles, the do's and don'ts of designing a wedding ivy. You don't want to miss this because that is somebody's special day, so you don't want to design just anyhow thing for them. So as a professional designer, creating a beautiful and effective wedding invitation is crucial for setting the tone for someone's special day. You don't want to confuse guests. You don't want to ruin someone's special day because you don't know the right thing. So let's get started. So you go to customize size. You're already on your Canva page now. This does not matter if you're on a pro Canva or on a normal Canva. Right now I'm on my personal account, so anyone can do this. So you go to your customize size. Go, so we are here now. First thing you should know is that the size for designing a wedding ivy is not the usual size. So we have landscape wedding invitation card, and we have portrait. Now we're going to be designing portrait today because portrait is most common one. So the size we're going to be using is 5. Now first thing, before you press the 5, first thing, go to this place, change this pixel to inches. Do you see? Change this pixel to inches, ensure it is on inches, then bring this, then put in 5 here, then put in 7 here, 5 by 7. Do you see that? 5 by 7 inches. Now Canva also bring it for us for a portrait card. Please, it is not the usual flyer size they're gonna put. Then you click on create new design. So you should know this, that for every profession, for every brand, they all have their underlying principles. We don't just design anyhow. That's why it's good to love learning as a graphic designer. One thing, starting with this, one of the do's for wedding ivy is that you keep it simple and elegant. There's someone here that simple and elegant. A wedding ivy should be the most simplest thing because various of guests are coming to that special day, and you don't just want to design something that is complicated. You don't want to design something that is complicated. They will not be able to see where they are going. In short, just keep it simple and elegant. The word here is the elegant because it has to be simple to the last. They just want to see the bride name. They want to see everything. One of the first thing that determine the color you use for your wedding ivy is the wedding color. Yes, so almost every wedding has a color, either small or big. I mean, probably sometimes some of the clients, the bride and groom, they might decided to go with the color of the ashwebi they take. We call it ashwebi in Nigeria, right? Or in Yoruba now. Yes, they may decide to go with the color of the clothes they are going to be wearing. The uniform clothes they pick for their wedding ivy. Why some set of people, their own option might be the color of the decoration of the hall. But to every wedding, there is always a color. So put this at the back of your mind that this should always decide the color you're going to be using. You can just go and pick any color for your clients. No, do well to ask them the right question. What's the color of your clothes? Don't even try to ask what is the color of their clothes. Just ask them what is your wedding color. Then they tell you what you're going to use. And sometimes, most of the time, they can just tell you the color code because it's not everyone that actually pick clothes. But sometimes what they will tell you is their color code. Probably, okay, the color code for the day is green and gold. Yes, so that means your flyer is going to be taking that color, green and gold. Okay, so let's get started. I just want to brush you on the color theory for wedding ivy. So how do we start? Now I want to bring in my background. So every resources I'm going to be using on this flyer is going to be in the description, so do well to check in there, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. So you go to upload, even if you are with your mobile, you can as well go to upload, then you click on upload files. Yeah, so you go to where you have downloaded the resources. So I want to go to where I have the resources now. So yeah, I put it here. So these are the resources I'm going to be using for this wedding ivy. So I click on this. Now if you are with your desktop, you can click on everything once, but if you are with your mobile, you can do well to click on them one by one. It also works with selecting all for mobile if you know how to do that, but this is not the class. So if you are with your desktop, just click on this, then click on your shift button, then click on the last one. Then it's going to bring in everything at once, and click on open. Yes, so another thing for your wedding ivy is that use high quality images. Wow, you see, designing a wedding ivy should not take you more than 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm just trying to explain. That's why this video is going to be kind of, let me say, more than that 5 minutes. Okay, wedding ivy is the most simplest thing to design when you get the principles. So use high quality images. I mean, don't use images that to be making the wedding even look, dull from the wedding ivy. No, please don't do that. So you're going to use high quality images, incorporate beautiful high resolution images that complement the wedding theme, like I said earlier, that complement the wedding theme and style. So I bring in my background. This is my background. So for this particular wedding, their color code is green and gold. Okay, so I'm going to be using green and gold all through, nothing more than that, nothing more and nothing less. So I fix in my background. Do you see how I do that? Let me start again. So I just, let me say I've clicked on this, let me start it, let me delete it. Okay, so let me bring it back in case of those that don't know, those that didn't get that. So when I click on it, I just click on this edges, and I drag it in, and I click on this and I drag it in. You can also do that for your mobile. It's very simple to do. Then what I'm going to do with this, what am I going to do with this thing? I just want to manipulate to make it look beautiful. And you know something, you can only, this can stand as the background. I don't even need to put anything again, but I just want to add some top notches to mine own. So I'm going to put this flower first. Do you see how beautiful it is? Please use high resolution images for your wedding invitation card. Don't use anyhow. So I'm going to do this. Yeah, can you see the way I'm trying to like fix it in? One of the things you should know how to do as a graphic designer is what? Manipulating. Please, you have to know how to join things together to get what you want. Yeah, so after like bending it like this, I'm going to bring it down. I want to have some effect. I need this particular aspect of the flower, so I'm going to bring it down. Good. Okay, till I get what I want. I fix it like this, and I bring in the second one, this, and I put it on it. Yeah, so this is what I want to get. This is what I'm looking for. Good. So I take the flower again. Can you see that? Then now I go to my flip, because I want it to flip. I want to put it on this side now. So I go to flip. I click on flip. It's also on mobile. Then I click on flip vertical, because I want it to be upside down, because I'm putting it here. I'm putting it on this side. So I do it like this again, just the way I do for this one here. Then I drag it to the side. Do we see that? Good. So I fix it in like that. Then you click on the flower again, the same flower, then you put it on it. Good. Now this is what I want. So both the flower up and the flower down, they're looking the same. It's not obvious at all that I manipulate anything. So don't let your own arrangement look as if you are placing a particular flower on. No, please make it look neat and catchy. Yeah, that's the goal. So I bring in this. Yeah, this is my border corner line. So I want to put it, this is the border corner line. I also want you to create a very beautiful effect. So what do? I click on flip again. So I said flip horizontal, flip vertical. Yeah, so it's supposed to be flip horizontal now. Yeah, so just ensure till you get it to the side. So I put it there. Good. I know you'll have been seeing all this kind of thing on wedding ivy, but you'll have been thinking probably that's the way the card look like. No, it's a design from the scratch. So now I put this here already. Then I will duplicate it or go to this place to bring it in again. After bringing it in, who wants to guess where I want to put it? So I want to put it here now. So I'm going to click on flip again. I'm going to click on flip horizontal, yes, and I get that once. So yeah, yeah. So can you see that? Can you see the beautiful wedding ivy card I already created? Now what just remains is just to fix in the client details. Now please include all essential details. Don't make a mistake of forgetting details. Please, this wedding ivy is very important, very important, because it matters a lot. It's peak for the bride and the groom when they are not there. So make sure to include the wedding dates, the time, the location, the dress code, which most of the time will determine your color code, and the RSVP information. Please, again, always proofread and edit. Carefully review the design for spelling. Don't make spelling mistake. There has been some spelling mistake that can cause issue. Just imagine you making a mistake in the name of the bride and the groom. That alone can cause issues you don't want to explain. You're designing for somebody's special day. Please don't ruin it with silly mistakes. So review the design for spelling, for grammar, for punctuation errors before finalizing. Especially sometimes when you're not designing for a particular tribe you know about. Sometimes there are some tribe you might not be familiar with their names. Probably you're a Yoruba person and you're not familiar with the west side or the east, or sorry, the northern side. You're not familiar with their names. If you know, probably when they are writing the name is not clear, tell them to write it again. When they are writing the name, probably they are calling the name for you. Tell them politely you can't spell their name. Let them spell it for you. Don't try to make mistake. Please don't make mistake, and avoid over designing. You see, this is very simple enough. The only thing I need for this design again is just what their details. Please avoid over designing. Wedding ivy need less of designing, and please use the right typography. Use the right fonts. Don't just use clumsy fonts that will make it too busy. No, use the right fonts, because you don't know, they will have old people as guests, young people as guests. So do that. And again, please work with the wedding team. So that's all. Finally, we get our wedding card background. Can you see how beautiful that is? Yes. So you can use this to design anything, any wedding ivy. You can use it to design birthday ivy, so to speak. So I go to my test. That's all. I'm done with anything images. Yeah. So I go to my test. What I want to start with is I want to write something very little. So I want to write, okay, together with their families. Okay, so I want to bring it somewhere here. Okay, so I want to do something. I don't want my wedding ivy to have left aligned writing. I want it to be center aligned, and if I put it like this, that is not center aligned from the top. So what do? I shift this my flower. I want to shift it so it can give me that center aligned space. Okay, let me press Ctrl Z for that. So yep, I have to reduce it. If not, I'm not going to get that catchy something I wanted before. Good. So now I want to put this there. Okay, good. This is what I want. Perfect. So it's just a very faint something. It's not something that is, I don't want the together with their family is not something that is going to be very obvious. Yeah. So I want it to look like this. Then what do I do next? I want to go to font. I want something not too bold, so to speak. I just want something that is kind of faint. Yeah, that's kind of very faint. That's what I want. And the next thing I'm gonna do is to go to the color, and this is what I'm gonna do for the rest of the font. But there are some specific place. Watch to the end of the video. There are some specific place you still need to know about. So I want to give you this gold color. Like I said earlier, please don't use many elements on your wedding flyers. Please don't. So I want to use something very simple, simple and yet catchy at the same time. So I think I'm going with this color. Yeah, I want to see how it's gonna look like. Yes, so this is fine. I'm gonna go with this. So together with your families, now I want to write the name of the groom. So I go to add a heading. I want to write Godfred. Okay, so this is not the font I want to use. Okay, so I want to, so I'll bring it here. Just follow me for the arrangement. Just follow me. So I'm gonna look for I want a very beautiful font that is going to show the name and both the name of the bride and both the name of the groom. You don't want to just mix up everything. I love doing my video from the scratch so you will see the background scene of everything, not like I'll just be clicking on this and you just be clicking on this. I want you to see how to search for this thing. I want you to see how it is being done. So when you're designing alone, you will what? So for my name, I'm going to be using Grand Hotel. Can you see the font for the name of the bride and the groom? So Godfred is going to be written like this. Yes. So I'm going to write Godfred. I'm going to write, okay, I want to write another text again. Out of subheading, I want to write, I just want to put any name. Yep, I'm going to put any name. So, so I want it to be like this. Now I want to use Montserrat. That's the font I want to use for this. Yep, so then I want to do something. So we go to elements. You go to your elements, you type and percent, you type and. So you search for it. So they're going to bring you many, right? So they're going to bring you something. So they're going to bring you many. Remember, you're not using a pro account. So you're going to look for the one that is not pro. You're definitely going to see. So do you know I'm going with this? Because I don't need something that is going to be showing. This and is not going to be showing. I want it to be, yeah. But I'm going to do something. I want to create some things on it. So I go to this transparency. And I click on it. Then I want to reduce the transparency of the hand. It's not something I want to show actually. Yeah, just going to be there like that. Okay, good. So I still want to reduce it a little bit because I don't want it to take space. Yeah, so I want to write the name of the bride now. Remember, in a wedding ivy, the name of, okay, so Patient. So that's the name. Okay, so and don't put the same surname for them yet. Remember, it's after the wedding they will turn to Mr. and Mrs. So please mind what you are writing on a wedding ivy. It matters. Not everyone will say, oh, it's a graphic designer that made the mistake here. So this is their name. Now it's going to be like, okay, why are we using this font? The reason why I'm using this font for their name is I just want something to at least be, not like everything will just be dull like that. I want a kind of a touch of some design on the card, not just plain. I will have used a plain font all through, but at least there should be something that is going to be catchy. Okay, so this is good now. I'm actually replicating a Ivy card, so this is what I'm saying. So I'm almost done. Then I click on this. I want to duplicate this, but you can just go to test and click. So I click on this. I write, please be careful what you're writing. Request the pleasure of your company to celebrate their marriage. Sorry for that, is a mistake. Please always proofread everything you write. You don't even know, like this client now, this is probably going to be sent to a particular company from what I'm seeing. So please and please mind your fonts, mind everything you're using, please. Okay, so yeah, yeah, I think I still want to change the color of this. I don't know why. I'm not really. Let me see this. Okay, yes, I'll go with this gold. Yeah, I prefer to go with that gold, or instead for the name, only for the name, please, only for the name, not for the small test. So okay, so please practice this and send to me. I want to see how your work look like. So yeah, we are here. So now just to the last kind of editing and manipulation. So I want to write something now. I'm gonna duplicate this. How am I duplicating? I'm just duplicating by typing, by pressing on Control D. So I want to write September. Yeah, so just watch me what I want to do. Just leave the September there. Then I go to my elements and I click on line. I need line. So I need line. So I need just this line. Yeah, so I click on it. Then I bring it in. So the line will still be the same color. You can see I'm not using many color. Please don't use many color. Please avoid the urge to use many color on a flyer. It is, I want this to be kind of too, so I reduce the transparency again. Avoid using many color. No, avoid using many color, please. I press Ctrl D again because I'm going somewhere. Okay, so yeah, that's what I want. So let me reduce this flower. Okay, so I want to reduce this flower. Oops. So I'll bring it back to where it was before. My laptop is acting up. Sorry. See, arrangement can be one of the things that you don't like doing as a graphic designer, because you keep arranging your work most of the time. That's why sometimes you just lock it, but it's you that you lock it that you see unlock it back, because yeah, so I get it. So I want to move this down a little bit. Okay, so I click on Shift. These are just shortcuts. Please, you can always do it one by one. Then I press Ctrl D. Like I duplicate the two lines, then I put it here. You can always arrange just one by one. Then what do I want to do? I want to write something in this middle. So I want to duplicate this, because I want to maintain all fonts around what I'm doing. So I'll just click on this. The font is Montserrat, or I click on it, Ctrl D. Then I want to write the date. You know, I said it earlier, like there's some information that should be very important. So I want to increase the size of the date. Please, at least if everybody do not say anything here, let them see the date. That okay, it is what, on the 3rd of what, September. And let your work be arranged, please. Good and good. So this is what I want to do. Then very quickly again, I just click on this. I bring it in here. What do I want to type? I want to type the specific day that they are doing it. Okay, so I increase this text a little bit. I reduce it. So okay, so I will duplicate it again, Ctrl D. I click on it, I duplicate it again, and I want to write the time. Please be careful of what you're putting on your flyers. Be careful. Don't just write, don't do any mistake for a wedding flyer to not be funny. Then we are getting there. Yeah, this is looking beautiful already. Good. So what do I want to write next? The venue. I am also one of the reasons why I use Ctrl D most of the time for a desktop user now is that it make your work, it make you stick. You can also use it If you are using mobile, you keep clicking on the plus icon. It's make your work stick to a particular font. I will not start looking for the font I'm using. So this is now the venue. Then I click on this venue. I click on the bold. Can you see? I want to bold actors. I want them to know that, okay, oh, this is where the wedding is taking place. Good. So what do I want to do again? I'm going to duplicate this because I'm not changing the font still. So I want to write the venue. You can put your own venue, sorry. So I'm going to write it. Okay, so good. And lastly, the information we have next, which I'm going to need that bold text again. So you can see that I think one of my videos you can do well to check. I talk about alignment. All our work are center aligned. Not like you're putting some particular thing at the edge. That's not good. So RSVP, then I want to bring the contact of my RSVP. Let me just put, probably it says Joshua. Let me say, for instance, the person is Joshua and the person number is 00004. And we are done. Isn't this beautiful? Very beautiful. Do well to try it. Send your assignment to me. I'll be so happy to correct and to know what you do. Thank you.